All right, what's going on, YouTube? It's me to go back with another video, and today I want to introduce y'all to something new. So it's 2025. I want to reintroduce y'all to who I am, who I became, and on this journey to making multi-millions of dollars. Where I came from, how did I do it, what did I have to overcome? So I had to give y'all a background of my story, so all my new subscribers and new people that's getting in tune to who I am and what I do in 2025. This is my story, man. This is how I transformed from being able to know nothing to being able to become a multi-millionaire from Chicago, Illinois. So I wanted to get into a little bit of my story. A lot of people been interested in knowing how did I do it, where did I come from, like how now I'm on the internet saying I make multi-millions of dollars, but like how did this occur, where did this come from, and where did this stem from? And I love to be able to tell my story, to be able to really give y'all an insight of like who I am, where I come from, and what I've been able to do in order to get here. All right. So we're gonna go over a slideshow to be able to show you guys of exactly who Kenny Smith is, better known as Smitty to Go on social medias. We're gonna go over a few things with y'all today, okay? So y'all can be able to tap into this whole outline of what's been going on in my life, right? So first thing is, when I was a child, when I was a baby, guys, my dad passed away in a car accident, car crash, crazy situation where I don't even remember him, guys. So, man, as much as I wish I did, things happen for a reason, man. And RIP to my father. His name was Keith. So I used to use that as my nickname, but now, we are living through him, through me. All right. So you guys could see a little bit. He looked like me a little bit. If you can see, let me know in the comments if y'all see it a little. Y'all can see it. All right, but yeah, it's my pops, man. I grew up without my father. My mom raised me for the most part. Uh, Another story about my mom was around this age, she had we was living in Wisconsin, and my mom had went to the feds. So my mom went to the feds for like 4 or 5 years of my life, to where now I was without my dad and my mom. All right, so now I'm just around with the family, my grandma, my aunties. Shout out to my grandma and my aunties who better take me in and help out with my mom, and my mom's ex-boyfriend too. His name's Tony, so I appreciate Tony too. He was helpful in the journey of taking us on and helping us out when my mom was gone. So my mom was providing for us, hustling, doing what she's supposed to do, and she got caught up with some stuff. So she had to go away for a while, and this is me, y'all. This is me right here. Is a little bit. I look the same, just littler. All right, and then little Smitty to Go at age 5 and up, and then I started getting a little older, right? So this is about 14 years ago, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, but this this is me wearing some Michael Jackson gloves. I don't know what's going on. My line is not right, but I'm in school, doing whatever I'm doing. And then my journey was, y'all, I wanted to play basketball. So this was me transitioning to, all right, I'm locking in on basketball. I'm practicing every day. I'm locking in every day. I'm going to camp somewhere. You can see me with Dwayne Wade, things like that. Now in my brain, I'm like, all right, if I could just be good at basketball, I can get us out. That was my mind frame on the basketball thing. So I was pretty good. I was pretty good my whole life. I was good. I started my whole life until I got to my junior year in high school, where we were the number 3 team in the state in Illinois, called Lions Championship. We was behind like Simeon with like Jabari Parker and Kendrick Nunn, if y'all know them NBA players. So we had to go get some good talent in Chicago. But so yeah, I played basketball my whole life. I started my whole life. Elementary school started, all the way up to middle school. I started high school. I started my senior year. I started. I was the best player on the team. So this was my dream at first. I thought I was going to the NBA, but I found out fast that I wasn't. I wasn't that good to even go D1 or D2. So I wasn't as good as I thought I was. I was supposed to have been training and developing my skills a little better, that I could have formed into a good person that could have went D1, but I didn't. I went to college. So I went to college at a school called Wartburg in Iowa, y'all. Some small school with a lot of people that don't look like me. Yeah, I was one of the few there. I tried to do the basketball thing. This here was my little bed. My mom helped me. By this time, my mom is out, and she helped me, settle in college. I had my little TV, had my little waters, had my little bed. It's a little bed I was sleeping in. And I joined the team. I came in right away, focused on basketball, man. Within the first 3-4 months, as soon as basketball season was over, y'all, I dropped out. The reason why I dropped out was because the lady. Wait. Before you finish watching this video, I want to introduce myself. I am Kenny Smith, a 7-figure entrepreneur. I help business owners and entrepreneurs leverage credit to start businesses and investments. I teach business owners and entrepreneurs how to clean their credit, build their credit, and get funded their first $50,000 to $250,000 in funding with their LLC. It's called 0% interest business credit card stacking methods. I want to show you this method. I teach this method specifically step by step in my community. My community is less than $2 a day. So what I want to do is I want you to text the word group to this number below, and you can get access right now for less than $2 a day, how to be able to get that step-by-step process, okay? So you can get back to your video. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys later. One of my professors told me, yeah, so before you guys get out of here, we have a project where there's 20 pages of paper you have to write. And I didn't understand the subject, the nothing, and I literally already hated school. I didn't like the concept of it. I didn't like writing all these papers. I didn't like the science history and all that. I didn't understand why we needed to know about Harriet Tubman and all these things they did in 1950. It's 2020, 12, and whatever. I'm like 2020, 13. Like, come on, bro. I don't need to know this stuff. I need to know how to make money. Like, y'all keep teaching me all this stuff. I need to learn how to make money. So I didn't like it. Like, it wasn't my thing. It's like, I understood already that, like, bro, people out here paying bills. My mom need help. She got a felon now. She only can do certain things. She's restricted. It's like, bro, we need to learn how to make money. Where is the how to make money? And it's like, I just couldn't grasp the school thing to get motivated enough to try to like train myself to get better at all the things they wanted me to do. So I just dropped out, y'all. Like, went for a couple months. I dropped out. Couldn't do it. It was over. I came home, and then I stayed with my sister for a while. So I stayed with my sister. I stayed with my sister's couch, which we had a 1 bedroom. My sister had 2 kids, so I'm lingering and leeching on my sister, laying on her couch. Been probably messing up her things she got going on because I'm over here trying to figure out life. And I was just, doing what a normal person would do, trying out little jobs here and there, got a little shoe jobs, stuff like that. This is the car I was driving, y'all. So I was driving like a 1992 Chevy Lumina. My mama got me this car. This thing ran for a while. It did what it's supposed to did, but this is the car I used to drive, y'all. So before the Lambos and stuff like that, this is what I was driving, y'all. But hey, man, it was my first car. I was rolling. I was getting busy. But at this time, bro, I was just trying to figure out life. Like, I was really trying to figure out, like, man, what am I finna do? I thought I was gonna be a barber. I was flipping like shoes. I was trying to flip like iPhones. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was working at the shoe store, so that was in my brain at the time. I thought I was gonna probably like be a barber. That was the lane I was gonna go in. I was like, all right, man, maybe I was cutting hair a little bit in college, so maybe I could be able to do that. Another thing I was good at was 2K, so I was playing video games all the time. Outside, just lingering around, trying to find where the girls are and all that stuff. So my mind was just on a whole nother world, which now I look back and I look at other people and I see what they're doing. They were doing the same thing I'm doing. Like, they're not worried about learning. They're not worried about investing themselves. They're not worried about getting to the next level. They're not worried about starting businesses and investing and learning about how to make more money. And they wasn't in none of that. And it's like, I can see them going to that path to be like, bro, if you don't learn this side of things, it's going to be tough for you, because that's what I was doing. I wasn't doing nothing when I was, playing video games and running around with females all day, keep you broke. All right, so I got a little older. A couple of years are going by now. I'm back at home, and then now I shedded towards hanging out in Chicago a little bit, started meeting a group of people, a group of my friends. So y'all might see them on my social media sometimes, but shout out to the guys. Tragic situation happened. Moved in with my roommate. Me and my roommate, his name was Matthew, but he was a rapper. So he was pursuing his rap career. He was pretty good too. His name was Young Official. Tragic situation happened where we was at a club one night. We came outside. He's going to his car. I'm going to my car. I hear 3 or 4 or 5 shots go off. Pop, pop, pop. And I'm like, dang, man, what? Like, that's too close. That's too close. Like, what's going on? One of my friends yelled, this Matthew's like, he shot, man, he shot. So we run over there, see him laying on the floor, shot. Crazy scenery, crazy situation, man. But tragically, that happened. So now I'm weirded out in my head, because it's like, I never experienced no stuff like this before. Like, I was in Chicago a couple of years before I went back to the suburbs. I seen a lot of crazy stuff happening. I know that killings was going on, but like, I never really like witnessed it when it's knowing the person. I was living with this person, so that tragic thing happened, man, and had a different mind frame after that, y'all. Like, this really got my mind thinking, like, all right, I'm not trying to go down this path, man. What do I need to do? What do I need to put in place? Like, what do I need to start? Like, I need to do something different. This is not the route I want to go down. And it's like I needed to really do something different than what the path I was going down and the things that I was doing that I didn't need to be doing. So this is when I really to start taking it serious to be like, all right, I got to do something different. I got to figure some stuff out. And then that's when I have my daughter. So I have my first daughter, Keelani Smith, my precious little baby. It really got me to become to really man up. Now this is my time where I manned it up, y'all. I'm like, all right, this stuff got to happen. Like I got to make some shake. I got to make some. I really got to become a man now. I have a whole child out here that I got to take care of, and I got to make sure that she's good in all levels. So let me tighten up. Let me get my stuff together. All right, and then this is when I came into. If y'all haven't heard the story, where a friend of mine started the credit stuff first, started learning, started getting mentorship, and he came back and he taught me about credit and business and a little bit about real estate stuff. And he just was teaching me about what we need to do and how we need to do and what we need to set up. And what he did was a lock-in season. So he locked in, learned everything. He came back to me and said, "Man, Smitty, I got approved for $40,000 in one day." And I'm like, "Man, I've been trying to save up $20,000, $30,000. I can't save it." So it's like, oh shoot, you mean to tell me that I've been trying to save up $40,000 for 2 or 3 years and I couldn't do it still? You mean to tell me you got approved for $50,000 in one day by just having two credit cards and having a good credit score? I'm like, oh shoot. So a light bulb popped into my head. I'm like, all right, this is what I need to be doing. This is what I need to be learning. This is what I need to be, understanding how and what to do so I can be able to help leverage to be able to start something, to do something. Because now I got a kid now. I need to be locked in. I need to be learning. So when he came back and told me that, I went into my own lock-in season. So, man, this is me. If y'all can see, I got the afro growing, y'all, because like I didn't care about that like haircut stuff. I didn't care about going outside no more. I didn't care about the girls and like having fun all the time. I was in my lock-in season. I was in my lock-in mode. Somebody say locked in under this video in the comments. If you're gonna be locked in this year, comment locked in the chat, right? In the comments, because like this is the thing that everyone needs to do. Y'all need to take 6 to 8 months of your time. You need to lock in on whatever you're learning, whatever you're getting mentored on, whatever you want to master, whatever you want to get the best at. You need to take that time, cut off all distractions, lock in on your goals. Like you gotta really lock in on your goals, y'all. All right, so I did an 8-month lock-in season of just learning, investing in myself, and I was paying for mentorship at this time. So now I'm just learning and consuming all the things they tell me to do, and I'm taking action. That's another thing I gotta do is successful people move with speed. You gotta take action. No ifs and buts about it. You have to take action. Okay. So this is when I started getting busy. I started taking action right away. I'm like, all right, I'm busy. I get my credit together. Get my credit score to like 680, 700. I got my first little credit card for $2,000 or $3,000. I bought a vending machine and an ATM machine. Do you guys know that I literally started this off watching YouTube videos? I started an ATM machine business and a vending machine business. I started on YouTube. I just watched YouTube videos like all night for like 2 weeks straight. Went to go buy them. Went to a friend who had an establishment, put it in there, and started making money. I'm like, see, like this is better than college already. I'm like, man, this is better than college already because I'm making money already. So see, this is what I mean by I want to learn some stuff that I'll sit down and put some more attention towards this. You know what I mean? And this is me over here, running my credit repair business. You can see all these letters right here, man. I was stacking them up because, man, I was starting to get a lot of clients. So I was starting to build up, helping so many people with credit because so many people got bad credit. Oh my God, it's crazy how many people got bad credit. So I had a lot of bigger clientele fast because everybody needed my help so fast, and they know that I was doing it. So I was the go-to person to be able to claim their credit. All right, so then this is when I did some little dumb stuff, guys. So this is when I started making a little money. And I made my first, 30, 40, $50,000. And what my uneducated self did was go purchase a Rollie, a bust down Rolex, right? I'm still not fully developing my mentality and my mental, right? And I went and did the things that always wanted to do. I always wanted a Rolex. I always wanted to bust down Rollie. I was going to clubs now, throwing ones on the strippers, y'all. I'm in there going crazy, acting like I'm the man. But I was doing good. I was making money, but I was spending money doing dumb stuff and not being smart, not reinvesting back into the business, not getting more mentorship, and I was making dumb decisions. So I don't recommend y'all to do that. So like I'm putting this in here to tell y'all like don't do that because y'all could have been doing way more things with your money to be able to make yourself more money or grow the business or things like that. So don't do what I did, y'all. So that's why I'm putting this in here to tell y'all don't do this. Okay. All right. I also started a few businesses. So I started a trucking company. I started a car rental business. I started the ATM. I started the Airbnb business, and I took big L's. And the reason why I took big L's, y'all, pay attention to this, was, man, so I tried to do the 7 different streams of income thing, where I thought that was the way to make millions of dollars. And I started diversifying too soon. So what I did was I was like, I'm gonna invest my money in trucking now. I got my credit score up now. Now I'm getting funded for myself. I got my first 100,000, 200,000. I'm investing into trucks. I'm getting cars and stuff, renting them out. And then I went to Miami and purchased 18 units of Airbnbs. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have 7 different streams of income for to be rich. And it went downhill, y'all. So I took some big L's, lost almost $500,000 within all these businesses. Car was crashing, Airbnbs wasn't getting booked out, drivers was quitting on me, trucks was breaking down. It was all bad. I lost $500,000. It was my worst time in business, but one of my best learning lessons. And that learning lesson was, don't diversify too soon. Focus in on one thing. Go all in on that one thing until that one thing hit the $1,000,000 mark. When you focus on one thing, put your energy in one thing, put your time in one thing, put your money in one thing, put your learning in one thing, it has no choice but to go up. So stop trying to fill up 5 different cups, 6 different cups. One of them could get filled, and they all could get filled, but they're not going to get filled because you keep putting your energy and time into multiple different things. But imagine if you just pour 1 cup all day, every day, 1 cup. 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup. You just pour it into 1 cup. You just learned one thing. You did one thing and drilled that one thing until it filled all the way up to the top. Then it'll be easier for you to hit that mark. And then we can now, when we get that master down, automate it into a mark to where we can then pour into other cups and diversify. Hopefully that made sense, guys. All right. So then we started getting some tractions. I focused on one thing. I started focusing on my funding business. Started focusing on my credit stuff. I started focusing on my digital marketing field within the same industry. So I started creating different streams of income within the same niche and industry and not a whole bunch of different industries and things like that. All right. So this is when I decided to lock in on one thing, and I started getting better and better and better. And we got to a point where I reached my first $100,000 in a month. So I was going crazy. Hey, do it. You know, my first $100,000 in a month, y'all. So this was a dope moment. Unreal. Actually, I didn't think I would be able to reach it that fast, but within 2 years, I was able to reach my first $100,000 a month, which was dope. So then I started to work with my parents. I had to throw this in there. I said I had to go teep on them. We get a little money, you gotta go teep on them. So started making a little money. I got the teeth done because it was a little wild. It had some little gaps in them and stuff like that to get that right. So now I can look good on my videos and on my ads and content and stuff like that. Interviews and speaking engagements, things like that. I had to move out my environment. So one of the things I did was I did move to Atlanta, but then my daughter and my child's mother had moved to Texas, so it was hard going back from Atlanta to Texas, Atlanta to Texas. So I decided, I'm like, all right, man, my business is remote. Let me just move to Dallas. You know what I mean? Let me just move to Dallas, and we could be able to go out there, and I could be able to help out, make sure my daughter's good, make sure I'm helping out, things like that. And then we had another decision to be like, all right, well, all my business stuff, all my partnerships, my relationships that I was building, all the people that I want to be around, in the environment I want to be around is all in Atlanta, and all the events that I'm starting to get speaking engagements at, all the events where I want to collaborate at are all happening in Atlanta. So I moved back to Atlanta, y'all. So I went to Atlanta, I went to Dallas, then I went back to Atlanta because I wanted to be around the environment. I wanted to be around like-minded people. And I never met so many millionaires in my life so fast before I came to Atlanta, and I wanted to keep that trend going. So yes, I moved back into my dream house. Yes, sir. So we got the corner unit penthouse going on. Y'all know y'all probably love. That's probably like a lot of people's dream thing to do. Get a penthouse mansion and cars and stuff like that. But man, so that was dope. Accomplished that. Got that off my checklist. And then this is where, the growth started happening. Stuff started happening fast. I started getting good at marketing. I started investing to more mentorships, learning higher tier things. And guess what? I hit my first $1,000,000. As time goes on, I started getting even better. I started catching my momentum. I'm growing. I'm getting big now. I'm starting to get known. I'm starting to go to more events. I'm starting to do better at marketing. I'm starting to get more mentorship. Understand, I keep saying that, right, for a reason. More mentorship. I keep saying that for a reason because this is what kept my continuation of my growth. Higher level mentorship, too. Some of y'all are too cheap. Become the client you want to attract. Please become the client you want to attract. The reason why people don't pay you is because you always saying you don't know or you don't want to pay the higher amount. So nobody's going to pay you a higher amount. I want to pay you because you're the person that's already saying on the phone, oh, I got to think about it. I got to see before when it's time to invest into yourself. But when it's to some people trying to pay you, they say the same thing to you because you do. So reflection of yourself, I think that stuff go 360. Make sure y'all take that in. But so I'm investing more mentorship. I'm studying learning. Y'all know this too. Mr. 800 credit score, Mr. 820 credit score. Got my credit score up to 821. So now I'm booming, man. I'm getting funded. I'm leveraging my money to be able to start my businesses and investments to grow them. I'm learning more. I'm paying for marketing now. I'm paying for ads. I'm doing all the things I need to do to grow my digital marketing business, my funding company. My membership community group grew to 3,000 members, 4,000 members. So now I got the traction of making money and learning the skill set a lot. I was able to make my first million, and I was able to save my first million and put it in an account to where that account pays $5,000 every month, which is a cool little tactics that I learned to take my money out the banks and put it in a high yield savings account at least until I understand what I want to invest it. At least minimum for now. Until I have a strategy where I want to actually invest my money. Take your money out the banks, put it somewhere to where your money can make you more money. All right, so that's a tip for y'all as well. So yeah, y'all. Now things are starting to happen and move fast, and we're on the verge to now making multi-millions of dollars. So now we're getting to the point where we're doing $2 million. So I was probably making $500,000 a year. Then I made $1 million a year. Then I made $2 million a year. And last year I made like $4 or $5 million in a year. So now we're growing, we're hitting multi-million-dollar marks in 1 year. Now I'm having fun, y'all. Now the fun is starting to happen. We're doing the things we want to do that we always wanted to do. We're getting on jets, buying our dream cars. We got the Lambo truck, y'all already know. We got the Lambo truck. We're getting on more jets, and man, it's just this is where life has took me, man. We're having fun. I'm just doing what I truly desire and want to do now. I have the freedom. I have money coming in on autopilot to where I don't have to worry about bills or anything like that. I get to do what I want when I want and not when I can, y'all. So very grateful, man. Appreciative to, all these things that I've been able to build and do. And it's just like, man, grateful, y'all. Seriously, like as I'm thinking about this, it's crazy that I'm really grateful, man. So it's like where I'm from in Chicago, like we don't get a chance to get to this part. Like we never learned this stuff. Nobody never taught us this stuff. We never was able to get to this point because it's like, how could we can't do what we don't know? So I'm so glad that I got access and I got exposed because, man, if I never did, I don't know where I'd be to this day. All right, so I just want to say, y'all, man, follow your dreams, follow your goals because it can happen. I'm living proof. Like I'm showing y'all my whole journey of this stuff. Like I knew none of this stuff 4 or 5 years ago, y'all. Ain't that incredible? Like I knew none of this stuff 4 or 5 years ago. That means I didn't know one little thing that I'm telling y'all about, that I teach y'all about, that I built, I knew none of this stuff 4 years ago. So within a 3 or 4 year span, I built all these things up. So it comes as fast as you put the work in and how much money you're willing to invest into yourself. All right. So and then now we have had our biggest revenue marks. I have been able to do $100,000 in a month, $100,000 in a day. Now I've been able to do $500,000 in 1 day with one campaign I did on my birthday. We also had a revenue mark of hitting $800,000 in 45 days. We were able to get in a partnership to where we went in on purchasing a 104 unit apartment complex. So this is not just one apartment, guys. This is a whole entire apartment complex that we bought of 104 units. I believe at first it was valued at $5.7 million, but now it's valued at $6.2 million. So it's going up. And that's what I have for y'all today, man. It's like, this is my story. This is my journey. This is what we transitioning to. And this is what I want to let y'all know. For this next year, I want y'all to lock in on y'all goals, lock in on y'all dreams. And also follow this story because over the next year, I also finna start teaching y'all the other layer of things that I've been doing to be able to make a lot of money and make my multi-millions of dollars. So I've always been talking about how to clean your credit, build your credit, and get funded. But now we're going to be teaching about how to be able to run the digital marketing side of my business that been generating multi-millions of dollars as well. So how to be able to set up offers, how to be able to sell them, how to do marketing, how to do webinars, how to do craft your offers, how to do selling, how you sell your offers and things like that. So like all these things that I've been able to do with my digital product business, my digital marketing business, courses and mentorships and things like that, I want to be able to open up that can now. So I open up my inner circle to where I'm teaching people how to be able to do all the things I did to generate 6 7 million over the last 4 years. So like it's time to be able to now let y'all in on those secrets. So make sure y'all follow in, make sure y'all like and subscribe and comment on this video what y'all would like to hear from me next. Like, what would y'all like to hear from Smitty next? And I'll be able to try to, get those videos done for you guys. But I know this was a long video. I appreciate y'all staying to the end, and we're going to see y'all in the next video.